Hi, I'm Freya. I'm a multidimensional light worker, an EFT practitioner specializing in quantum EFT and inner child healing. I help people to remember and embody their magnificence. Today, I'd like to talk about perspective and how our beliefs completely shape our reality. And our beliefs are made up, of course, of what we've experienced in life and what we believe, our brain, our energy, everything finds evidence of that to reflect that back to us. And right now, we're in this incredible time of change where the illusion is dissolving, the corruption, the true horrors of what has been happening for such a long time is being exposed, and it's shaking people's worlds to the core because this has always been there, but it was hidden. And for many, many people, they didn't realize that what they believed perhaps was so flawed. And that's a really overwhelming thing to have to face. Nobody believes that that their beliefs are rubbish or or wrong, or we all believe that whatever it is that we believe is the truth. And the thing is, there can be many truths around. People's beliefs are being completely shaken up, and it's really tough to navigate that. I can still remember about 5 years ago, the first time I'd always tried to put myself into somebody else's shoes, see things from another perspective, but it was different when I really experienced the fact that to them it wasn't just trying to see it from their eyes. It was the fact that they really believe this is the truth, and to them it is. It's there's no right or wrong within somebody's beliefs. We all have the right to believe what we want to believe, and my belief is that there are core universal truths. So the universal truths are based on compassion and love, acceptance, and service to all. Now, when you're looking through that filter, that can encompass many things. Um, the things that have been hidden, the things that were in the guise of being service or something else, but was actually power or corruption and has now been exposed, is where people are suddenly having to question their entire belief system. So I'm going to just share a couple of the things that have come up for me recently, that have given me some insights that might be helpful for you. Um, because the thing is, everybody's truth is real, and when we can allow other people to hold their truth, and we can see all of those as truth, that's a higher frequency to be able to hold all of that. About last year, towards the end of last year, something massive happened for me where um, I'd been doing intermittent fasting for many years, working out in the morning on a fasted state, and the science said that's great, and for many years it was, until I went through menopause, and I had friends telling me, Freya, you really should have something to eat when you're doing a workout. There's research that shows that. And no, I know better. I didn't want to hear it, and I didn't hear it. I just carried on, but I noticed I was getting weaker. I was losing strength, and I was gaining weight where that hadn't happened before. And for some reason, I finally listened to to one of these people, watched a video from Dr. Stacey Sims, who is anybody that works out within the health world will have heard her. She's everywhere. And thankfully, she's done so much research into women's hormones and the reflexes that we have. And it's diabolical for women to work out in a fasted state. All of that other research had been done on men. Now, when I found that out, it really rocked my world because I had believed that I was doing the best I could do for myself. I care about my body and my strength and my health. And to discover that actually what I'd been doing was so wrong and I had to completely change everything as I knew it to start having something to eat first thing in the morning, or it was a really big deal. I navigated that with acknowledging what I felt with tapping. So that looked like, even though this is just so overwhelming, and a lot of emotions came up. There was some grief, there was shock, and the thing is, we try to just navigate life without acknowledging what we're really feeling. So it didn't take too long to move through that, to readjust and to move into um, my whole routine in a different way. And thankfully, that's, I'm a lot stronger and healthier for it. But it really showed me how much I didn't even want to hear it. And I thought that I was pretty open-minded. So I think, many of us, we have our blind spots, and that's okay. It's all about just being aware. If somebody's challenging our beliefs, maybe you can listen and just question, oh, well, maybe there's something to be heard here, instead of just blanking it out, because I know that's what I'd been doing. And if I'd listened, I could have helped myself a long time before. And there were people that I trusted and respected that had given me this advice. So, and it can sharpen small things. This is a really gross thing, but I'm going to share it because it's such a good example of what we do to. Um, so I'd cooked some sweet potato, and I'd put it into a glass dish to put into the fridge. It was cooling on the bench. Put a lid on it, stuck it in the fridge, and the following day I took it out of the fridge, and there was a cockroach in it. Like it had been in there all night, and I don't know where that came from because I don't see cockroaches. My house is clean. It's like, so I look at this cockroach, and it was big, and I put it outside because I don't like to kill things if I can help it. And I'm looking at this sweet potato, which was the foundation of my lunch, and I knew that you can't eat food with that cockroaches have been on, but I went to the computer and I asked, is it okay to eat food that a cockroach has been on if it's been heated up really high temperature that will kill any bacteria? No, was the answer. You don't do that because there could be feces and God knows what else. And I still didn't want to believe that. And I was going to look for more proof of what I wanted to believe. And then all of a sudden it's like, whoa, Freya, what are you doing? Eh. And I chucked it. And like, for me, something else had happened in the day before. And I find that I get given these lessons, and that's why I want to share it, because this was such a clear, I was like, wow. And it was as I was journaling later about it that I got even more clarity. I was searching for proof to hold on to that, to make what I wanted to do legitimate, even though I knew that it was wrong. And that was such a tiny thing. And you think of some of the big moral things that are coming up in life at the moment. And so what helps us shift? I believe a huge part of it is intention. When we set intention and when we ask for help from the universe, from our guides, our higher self, God, whatever you want to call it, we have free will. And so nothing happens without us choosing and asking. So we can carry on with our lives, just cruising along, or we can say, I want to see more. I choose to see clearly. Whew, that's not always easy. And so I would invite you to tap. maybe there's a specific situation. So that would look like, if you're not familiar with tapping, you're tapping on the side of the hand and you'd be saying, even though this thing is really confronting, I'm open to the possibility I can see it in a new way. And you would repeat that 3 times or 2 more times, and then tapping through the points. And I've got other videos on how to tap and so on, but you'd be acknowledging everything that's been going on for you. Talk through the situation and your beliefs and how you see it, and what do you feel about that, and what emotions do you feel. And the thing is that when we actually speak out loud, and even better to another person, like I gained some of my greatest confidence in a way sharing this with my nearly 90-year-old father over coffee. And I realized, yeah, I want to share this with more people. I found my voice with him. It's been beautiful. But voicing it out loud just to ourselves, it takes it out of the head, and it's being witnessed, and then we can ask, help me to see clearly. I choose to see clearly. And just keep on doing that. It won't necessarily all happen in one go, but just keep on setting an intention to see through the illusion, that it's safe to see clearly. Because I believe that higher consciousness is the ability to hold many perspectives. It's all the truth if it's within the higher frequencies of compassion and love and service to all. And when you're starting to see that, then you can see, oh yeah, that's just power, that's just control, I don't want to be part of that. Maybe I can look at these things differently. So what beliefs do you have? Do you have anything that's really challenging right now? One of the things that really causes difficulty is resistance. We're feeling overwhelmed by everything, and we don't want to see it differently. And it's that resistance that keeps us stuck. And so acknowledging that, I don't even want to see this differently. You can say that out loud. It's it's so important to be in integrity with ourselves by acknowledging what we feel. And most of us, I don't believe, got taught how to feel our feelings when we were little. And it still feels kind of strange. And that's what I love about tapping, is stating out loud what we're feeling. And it might be just a physical sensation, a gripping in your stomach. Or it might be the thoughts that are coming up, but just stating it out loud and letting it move, and then starting to see things in a new way. So give it a go and let me know in the comments. I love hearing what comes up for people. So thanks for your time. See you next time.